Hey guys, what is up? It is Philbo, and we are going to be talking about Greater Chaos cards. Not to be confused with the Tier 11 Greater Chaos cards, but the Greater Chaos cards that will allow you to do encounters for endgame content, which will get you materials to progress your character. All right, let's jump right into it. All right, guys. Currently, there are four Greater Chaos card encounters in the game. We're going to go look at them real quickly. I'll talk about each one of them, and then I'll give an overview of what the fight is and what you get from the fight. So, if we go over to the alchemy table, we go to the third tab here, there's going to be this Chaos card. You're going to see Greater Chaos card, Domain of Might, Greater Chaos card, Land of Authority, Anchorage of the Golden Ring, and Ilya's Room. Now, these are the fights or the encounters that we're talking about that will get you some of these end game materials you need to progress your character. But in order to make these cards, you're going to have to get keys, okay? So, these keys can be acquired by running tier 11 cards, right? So, every time you run a tier 11 card, you are going to fight a boss at the end, and they will drop one of these keys at random. So these keys are different for each one of these Greater Chaos cards. You can see this one's Madness, Hatred, Defiance, Deadly, Poison, Decay, Plague, and so on and so forth. The others are different as well. So they're going to drop them at random, and you just will eventually get the keys you need to make these cards. So, how do you get the tier 11 cards that you need to drop these keys? Well, it's simple. All you have to do is run tier 10 cards at statue level 20. When you do that, these tier 11 cards will drop. Okay. So, run enough tier 10s, you'll get tier 11 cards. Run enough tier 11 cards, you'll get the keys you need to make the greater chaos cards. Now, once you've gotten these greater chaos cards, you can then upgrade them. So you're gonna say I had all these keys here for the greater chaos card. I would make this, and then I could upgrade this card to a higher quality. Now, the higher quality cards are going to increase your drops. You're going to get better quality drops, and then also increasing the level of your statue. So if I go over to the statue and I were to drop, let's pretend like this is a greater chaos card, and I were to drop this in, the higher you pump this growth level up, the better the outcome is going to be. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm going to walk you through each one of these fights, who you're fighting, and what you get as drops. Okay, something to note for all these fights, you're going to want to have good defense. So have high chaos resistance, good bit of health points if you can, and make sure you got some armor. You want to be able to go in and take a beating because these bosses do hit hard. All right, so the first boss that we have is in Domain of Might. It's Uber Serpens. So what do we get from the Serpens fight? Well, when we go here, we're getting high tier chaos orbs. So Serpens in Domain of Might drops those high tier chaos orbs, which is really powerful. Okay, next up we have the Land of Authority. Here we're going to be fighting Vesper's Great Authority, and Vesper's Great Authority is going to drop us high crafting material. So this is the crafting material we need to get a second crafting option on our gear that we've crafted on. Now, in my opinion, this is the card, the Greater Chaos card, that you should probably be upgrading the most, using your Chaos Orbs to upgrade, because you're always going to need. You'll eventually, I think, get to a point where you won't need a high tier Chaos Orb. You won't need some of the other things that the other two we're going to talk about here in a minute. Like maybe early on, pump them up, get what you need, but you will always need the high crafting material. There's just no doubt about it. So do make sure that you're prioritizing this particular fight. Okay. Next, we have Anchorage of the Golden Ring. And we are going to be fighting the Great Golden Ring. The Great Golden Ring is going to drop us relics for our avatar. So I think early on, this is a good one to pump up. Get your relics that you need. Get your relics that you need for your avatar. And once you've gotten decent ones, you probably don't need to pump this one up in quality. But this is the fight, and you get relics from it. So the next fight's at Ilya's room. We're going to be fighting Great Ilya's Illusion. And Great Ilya's Illusion is going to drop us some of the high star fusion material we need. And why do we need it? We're going to need this for our charm slot upgrades in the Chaos Orb section. So in the Chaos Orb section here, whenever you go to upgrade, you'll see you need Star Fuser high upgrade stones. I love this fight. This is my favorite fight of the 4. And that's what you get. I think after you get enough of these and you've upgraded this enough, you don't need to pump this card up. You'll reach a point where it's just, you'll run it when you run it. So that's that. That's the 4 we have right now. Every single act, they've been coming out with a new one, so I anticipate in the next few months we'll get a new Greater Chaos card with some new feature to help pump our stats up even further. So that's all the fights. If there's anything that I've missed, or if you've got any questions, let me know. Drop me a comment. But if the video's helped you out, give me a thumbs up. Drop me a sub. It helps me out a lot. But I'm going to get back to the grind, so I'll catch you guys later.